Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Post Crescent's Varsity Roundtable, a weekly look at high school sports in the Fox Valley area and the only live online high school sports talk show in the state. I'm Ricardo Arguello, part of the USA Today Network Wisconsin digital live stream team. We are here in an amazing high definition at the mothership, the Post Crescent, 306 West Washington Street, downtown Appleton. And this week our focus shifts to boys cross country, actually cross country as a whole. And we are proud to have two of the best boys runners in the state in Division I. Fathers over to my right, Rowen Ellenberg. Rowen, say hi to everyone. There we go. Directly to my right, we have Meinke of Neenah. There you go. Hello. By the way, Rowen's from Kimberly. Both these guys are on board here to talk about the state meet, which is coming up this Saturday over there in Wisconsin Rapids. So if you have any questions, just let these guys know. Log into the live chat, which if you're watching on desktop, can be found next to the viewer. Log in. Give yourself a name, though. Don't be putting anonymous or guest. The guys want to know who's asking these questions, okay? We got Brett Christopherson over there behind the Dell computer. Get those questions over to us right away. Don't forget about Jim Rosenick over there punching buttons behind the live stream machine and hoping it don't break down this time. Right, Rosie? So you know we're in good hands there. But like I do before every show, and ladies, I know you want to ask the guys out and you want the numbers, but you can't have them. Let's just keep it on cross country and we'll do just fine, okay? All right, so like I said at the start of the show, guys, I want to get some intros, though, and I know you guys have done the show before. For those who might be watching you guys for the first time or not really familiar with you two, why don't you give me maybe how you got into running cross country? Okay, so Rowen, go ahead.
Well, I really got into it probably middle school. You know, my family was always big into sports, so I tried them all when I was a kid, but I just found running, found out that I was good at it, and I enjoyed it, so I just stuck with it.
Okay, and Matt?
As a kid, I did soccer as my number one, but like, my dad was always a big influence running. He always told me that he loved it, and my brother started doing it. And when I got to middle school, I really just enjoyed running. And then sophomore year, I tried out cross country for the first time in high school, and kind of started from there.
Okay, great stuff again here with Kimberly's Rowen Ellenberg and Neenah's Matt Meinke. Both these guys are heading over to Wisconsin Rapids for the state meet to try to do their best. And I guess this is where I'm going to start with. You guys were both medalists at your respective sectional meets. Talk about those performances in less than stellar conditions. I know for Matt, but we're going to start with Roland here. Tell me about last Friday, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about first off your time, how you felt you did, and maybe you know what that was like, kind of qualifying for state.
Yeah, well, going into it, we were a little worried about the conditions, but it ended up being fine, just a little wet. But I think I ran 15:47. I was pretty satisfied with it. You know, I just went out there and did what I had to do to make sure that I was going to go to state. I was satisfied with my performance. Okay,
and Matt, what can you tell me about what happened Saturday there, my friend? Were you happy with your time and what was less than ideal conditions?
Yeah, going into it, we knew it was going to be cold. There was chances of rain, but then once it got to get pretty cold, it started snowing.
Did you expect that? So you didn't expect the snow?
I wasn't really expecting snow, but yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
It started.
And what was that like running through it?
You couldn't really see. It was like super windy, and you just power through. And I was really happy with the team.
Okay.
Our top four got top 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Exactly.
Yeah, we took 1, 5, 6, 7, and then our 5th really showed up. We competed pretty well. So.
Okay. If you have any questions again for either Rowen or Matt, please log into that live chat. Brett can't wait to get those questions over to us right away. Let's talk a little about the history, because you guys have been on the show before.
Yeah.
Together. So let's talk about the history that you guys have both in cross country and in track. And talk about that rivalry. I want to call it a very friendly rivalry because you guys know each other and respect each other's abilities. We'll start here with Matt. Talk about that a little bit. Is it always kind of cool to have someone that you know so well,
yeah,
and compete so well to kind of push you, I guess, in that way?
Yeah, it's always really nice to see Rowen at the conference meet, or we race at Janesville, or mostly pretty much every other meet or like so. But
okay,
yeah, we're always really competitive, and it's always fun. Like, it's going to be a battle.
Okay.
So,
all right. Rowen.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely great. We go out there and push each other, and just, for guys like us, it's sometimes hard in area meets to go out there and run fast, because a lot of times you're running alone. So it's always exciting to see him on the roster at the next meet.
Yeah.
Talk about maybe sometimes you guys are competing and like say in the FVA meet that just happened recently. What's that like in terms of coming down that final stretch? And it's a very kind of competitive race, and then coming down. We'll start here with Rowen. Coming down to that final kind of stretch, and talk about kicking there with. I mean, not just Matt. A lot of the other runners too.
Yeah, it's great to run in the conference. Our conference has been a powerhouse in the last couple of years. We had Wesley Sheik last year, Nick Rink, and so. It's really cool just to be out there with guys and guys you have a lot of respect for, and it definitely makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah, thoughts on that, Matt?
Yeah, like what Rowen said, I always have a lot of respect for the conference. We're always like a really competitive and good individually, good team-wise. I know a lot of the people pretty well, but yeah, just conference is always a big deal in the schedule.
Again, here with Neenah's Matt Meinke and Kimberly's Rowen Ellenberg. We have something from online. Brad, what do you have?
We do. We got actually a nice little chat going. First things first, Chad Hemley says, Matt, how are you such a beast? So I don't know if that's a question you really want to answer, but feel free. No, he's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah, we're on the street as you're a beast. All right.
Yeah, Ethan Carls for both guys, though. How do you prepare for such a big meet like state? That's a great question. It's a little bit kind of a different atmosphere there.
That is a great question, actually. So we'll start with Matt and go to Rowen on that one. So yeah, talk about the preparation aspect of that.
Yeah, try to be as loose as possible. Just not don't hype it up too much. Just go into it like just any other meet. There's definitely some race nerves before state or any big race, but you know what, you made it there, you're gonna give it your all, so yeah, just get your mindset right.
Okay. Rowen?
Carlos, thanks for the question. Yeah, no, it's for me, it's really mental. You can't psych yourself out going into it because, like Matt said, it's just another race. We've raced with these guys the whole season, so you just can't really treat it any differently. But at the same time, you can't slack off by any means. You just got to make sure you're ready mentally and physically.
Okay. All right. Good question from online. Brett, you have one more?
Yeah, well, I got a few more.
Okay.
Hayden H. wants to know for Matt, what do you think of Austin, and what do you think he is capable of in the next couple of years? So you're smiling, but you might want to explain who Austin is.
Austin Henderson, he's our freshman. He's our second runner. He's a beast.
That's a beast calling another one a beast, though. So he's legit.
Yeah, he is legit.
Okay.
I mean, he's a swimmer too, so he's got some different talents, and aerobically he's really fit. I think by senior year he'll be pushing my time. So
okay.
Future Varsity Roundtable guest.
Possibly.
We'll see.
Possibly. Yeah, did you say you have a?
Let's
do one more before I go back to mine.
Okay. Get Froggy wants to know for both guys favorite part of the state course.
Ah, there we go.
Maybe that hill's coming up at the end.
Yeah, let's start with Rowen and then go to Matt on that.
Well, my freshman year they changed it, but my freshman year there was a sandy hill that was basically just like a 180, kind of like a spiral staircase. So going up that it wasn't my favorite bit during the race, but it was definitely exciting. But
interesting.
I don't know. It's unpopular opinion here, but I really like the finish and how you have to go uphill because that really kind of.
Does it separate the men from the boys?
It definitely gives you one final challenge and one final opportunity.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay, Matt.
That's a big challenge at the end. The start is crazy.
Right.
It's very electrifying. You got to get up really hard. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's probably my favorite.
Okay. Brett, let me do one here quick. And talk about, you guys have extensive experience. How is that going to help you? We'll start here with Matt and go to Rowen with that because you guys know the lay of the land. Mm-hmm. You guys have expectations that you place on yourselves. You guys have been very competitive and finished very highly, at least last year for sure. Your thoughts on that, and how much does that prepare you for now your final go-around at it, Matt?
Yeah, just senior year, thinking about it, I've raced there the past 2 years. I've got a pretty good feel on you can kind of think back on how you felt then, and you know the course a lot better and what parts you want to make the moves at. So
okay, good stuff. How about for you, Rowen?
Yeah, it definitely is mainly mental. You know exactly where you need to make those moves, so you can visualize it in the coming days. And you know what you're going to have to do. It's not like you're going in there blind. The best way to prepare for a race is to race. So.
All right, good stuff. Again, Brett, did you have something from online? Go back to you for online stuff here.
Yeah, let me just, Matt's #1 fan. How do you deal with school and still be so dedicated to running? I think it's with both guys, though. Both guys can answer this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Balancing life and work and school and running and everything.
Yeah. Right after school, I go to practice and then try to get a good practice in, go back home, do all the stuff I need to. I try to study as much as I can, get all of my homework done, and also getting to bed early as best as I can.
Sounds pretty dedicated, Brett.
So
that sounds like your daily routine.
Sleep is important.
It is.
Try to get a routine in. Try to stick to the routine. So.
Okay.
Gotta
Rowen?
sleep.
Yeah, time management is definitely essential. You know, you can't put too much time into one thing. You can't rely too much on running because you're gonna lose that someday. So you got to make sure that academically you're good off.
Great stuff. Do you have something else?
Yeah,
Brett?
here's a really good one from Tyler. Wants to know what sets you guys apart training-wise compared to everybody else, and what does it take
Ooh,
to
I
be
like
on
that
that
question.
level?
That's a good question. Here we go.
Rowan's laughing over there right
Let's
now.
get Rowen first. Rowen, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. You know, really, it's pushing yourself harder, but also being smart about it, because you can't overtrain, Tyler. You can't overtrain. But no, seriously, you got to be smart about what you do, because it's easy as good as we are. You know, it's easy to run too much. It sounds kind of backwards, but.
Yeah.
When you get to the level that we're at, the more you run isn't necessarily better. You know, it kind of gets into the land of diminishing returns. So
yeah,
you
got to save your legs a little bit, right?
Yeah, you got to be smart about what you do, and you can't overexert yourself. That's for sure.
Interesting. Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, like what Rowan said, like once you're at this level, you got to pay attention to quality. You got to take the easy days easy, hard days hard. I mean, not to the point where you're killing yourself, but like push yourself. You gotta break through those barriers, and then easy days, I try to take pretty easy.
Yeah, off time is definitely important.
Yeah, you know, that always reminds of Thane Jones saying the same thing with his cross-country teams. He lets the last couple of weeks, he lets them, it's more about resting more so for the big one.
That's when the body really takes over.
Yeah, exactly.
And get your sleep, Ricardo.
I know, good online questions. One more, and then we'll go back to mine if you have one.
Yeah, let's do one for both guys. From Joey, where do you guys enjoy running in your free time?
Yeah, here we go. Great question, Matt.
Usually I start from my house, but when I'm in Madison, I like to hit some trails or the WIAA Trail
Okay.
in Oshkosh. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Interesting.
a fun course.
I live like 5 minutes away from High Cliff, so I run there pretty
There you
much
go.
whenever I can. I love it up there.
Great
Going
stuff.
up those hills there,
That's
too.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cliff.
Let's talk about the fantastic field in Division I. You guys have friendships with some of those top guys. Some of those names are very, very familiar in the cross-country family. What's that like running with some of that top competition? We'll start with Rowan here and go to Matt.
Yeah, you know, it's great. You know, we're out there with Drew Bosley, Caleb Easton. It's a lot of fun having a relationship with those guys, and it definitely helps us run harder too, because you know you're not going to let the guy you know beat you if you can.
Yeah.
So it definitely enhances the competition and gives it a really cool feel.
That's great stuff. Yeah, Matt.
We're all friendly and like we all respect each other. So like, I think when we get out on the course, we like to push each other, race hard together.
Okay.
So.
All right, great
Few
stuff.
elbows at the finish.
Yeah,
at the start line
it's between
a little bit.
friends. It's
Yeah.
between friends, bro.
Yeah.
You have something else there before we go to halftime here?
Yeah, Grant, great, kind of interesting question. What's your favorite meet in the regular season leading up to state? Something maybe that gets you ready, a fun meet that
Oh,
you
okay,
get.
there we go.
Yeah.
We'll go with Matt here and go to Rowan on that.
I think Janesville. That's a big meet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So you're nodding your head there, Rowan?
Yeah, that's kind of like a little state preview for us halfway through
okay.
the season. That's definitely the most competitive one, I think, so far.
All right, great stuff. Well, Brett, let me take a 30 here as we pay some bills. I'm going to start off with the Community First Credit Union promo, Brett, so I don't forget it this time. Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Community First Credit Union. When you bring your deposits to Community First, your money becomes a source of great good for you and your community. Find Community First Credit Union online at communityfirstcu.org. And, of course, Brett, don't forget about Silly Toast. Let's get can you get the camera on now, Brett, there, Rosie? Look at him. He's wearing his USA Today Network Wisconsin.
Try to get on camera right about here. Where am I?
Easy.
There I am.
All right, that's enough. Get it off him. Get it off him. But Silly Toast for helping us out with the apparel. Thank you, gentlemen, over there so much. We appreciate that. First off, I gotta do some promos for our Packer show. You guys are Packer fans, right? Both of you. Can't stand them, Bears fan. But I do co-host a Packer show with Brett Christopherson over there, and Jim Rosedick. He's there, kind of doing the show in terms of the production value of it. And Josh Jones. Hopefully he'll be starting soon, Brett. And this past week we had Kevin King was our host, and had a great show. Brett, you put him through some kind of strange physical challenge.
It was a Halloween.
They had a taste test like candy bars.
But they were
and
blindfolded.
Stuff, but they were blindfolded.
Had to figure out what they were eating.
Yeah, so that was a good one there. I like that a lot. But yeah, please check it out every Monday, 6:30 p.m. It's free. Come on down to the Clubhouse Sports Grill. It's inside the Red Lion Hotel over there. You may remember it as the Radisson Paper Valley, but that's what it is now. So come on down every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Podcast. Do you guys listen to podcasts?
Yeah.
Rowan does once in a while. We'll see. Well, look, we have our own podcast, the R&B Show. It's actually live streamed live, I guess you could say, every Wednesday. Actually, it was actually live streamed today because Brett and Rosie are going off to hopefully cover President Trump tomorrow, but it was today. But usually it's on Wednesdays at noon. But if you have a phone, and I know you do, if you have a smartphone, one of those iPhones or the Google Pixel or whatever, download us on iTunes, also on Google Play and on Stitcher. And then you can listen to it whenever you want. It's the only podcast dedicated to high school sports. We talked about you guys, and we talk about football, volleyball, anything that comes up. So please check us out. That's the R&B Show. Now, not Fonda, like it's actually Appleton North at Bayport is our live stream this week. Brett, and you guys are just up there today, checking out to making sure everything's kosher. So that's at 6:45 p.m. on Friday. It's a second round playoff game, a big one between Appleton North and Bayport. And last thing, I want to remind you guys. Shout-outs at the end of the show. Remember to send some love out to people who got you where you are today. All right, let's go to the second half. And Brett, why don't you, if you have something there online that kind of catches your eye, do you have anything?
Yeah, let me go back here. This is 2 questions for Matt from one of his oldest track friends. It's posted by Fanselman is what it says. Number one, what are your goals at both the state cross-country meet and the track meets this season? I think that's really for both guys again.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple of questions here. Any plans for the guys next year? Where are they running?
Yeah, there we go. Great stuff. Let's do that first one, though. Easy there, guys. Now, let's get the first one going on.
State cross?
Yeah, state cross-country meet, and then you can talk a little bit about track, because you guys are also outstanding track athletes as well.
Yeah. Same thing as last year. Try to go for podium. Or top 3 as an individual.
Okay.
And then team-wise, I think we can do pretty well. I'm looking for a podium spot as a team.
Well, outstanding.
So, yeah, pretty pumped for that.
Okay. Great stuff. Rowan?
Yeah, my goal has always just been to improve my place, and that's going to be pretty tough this year, but I think I'll be able to do it.
Okay. And let's talk about college plans. Anything solidified for you gentlemen, or is that still kind of
yet,
not
okay.
yet,
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're looking at some things. Give us what you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to if you don't want to, but you're looking at anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm looking at mainly Big Ten schools.
Okay, great.
Michigan, Minnesota, Iowa, possibly Wisconsin.
Okay.
You know, just kind of still feeling it out right now.
Okay, well, great stuff. Well, good luck, my friend. How about for you, Matt?
Yeah, same thing as Madison. NAU is up there. Iowa State, and then Syracuse, and that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, well, best of luck to you, gentlemen. Those are some really big time schools. Hopefully you guys can get something. But how about majors? Is it too early?
Physical therapy.
Physical therapy,
Yeah.
okay, Rowan.
Engineering.
Okay, well, great stuff. Well, best of luck to you guys and all of that. Brett, did you have something from
I'd
online?
just like to recommend Minnesota.
You listen to this guy.
Sky Uma.
Stop.
My
He's a
son went
gopher.
there. He
Yeah,
loved it.
he's a
He
gopher.
loved it. Grace wants to know if you guys could do a sport other than running. What would it be?
And not track. Track doesn't count either. It has to be something other than anything where you have to run like that. So we'll go over here with Rowan.
Definitely ultimate frisbee.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow. There
Sure,
we go.
Ultimate
Interesting.
frisbee. Yeah.
Okay, that's
That
your
does
thing.
look fun. That does.
Oh,
look
yeah,
fun.
it does look fun. Every time in the park, the guys really seem to
Yeah.
be taking it a little too serious,
Yeah,
in my
it's
opinion. But
crazy.
how about for you, Matt?
Well, I did soccer, but I'd try lacrosse maybe.
Okay,
that'd be
yeah.
fun.
Lacrosse is pretty cool.
That looks cool.
Yeah, and I think Neenah, you guys have a lacrosse team.
Yeah.
And I
So
think
does Kimberly now.
You guys do
Yeah,
now, okay.
Well, I think so.
Well, no. What the thing is, I think WIAA was kind of looking at that as a possible WIAA sport, depending on how many teams have it. So you never know. In 10, 15 years, you could see that's an actual
might be.
sport.
It's growing,
an
for
actual
sure.
WIAA sport. Brett, you have something else? real
Yeah,
quick?
how about Maya wants to know what's your favorite season to run in and why? And don't say winter. You can't like running in winter weather, can you?
Yeah, that is an
not?
interesting question. We'll start over here with Rowan on that. Your favorite season, I guess, to run in?
I'd have to say fall, especially in Wisconsin, because summer in Wisconsin is just kind of gross with all the
Yeah.
humidity and the bugs.
Yeah.
And I think fall, like the other day I was running up in the park and it was like 50 degrees, sunny, all the colors around the trees. It was just pretty enjoyable. So
Okay.
I'd say fall.
I totally agree.
Okay.
The weather is like perfect right now,
Mhm.
and I love the air is so like fresh right
Yeah.
now. I just
Gotcha.
I like the trees and stuff.
Well, good question. I like that one. Hey, Brett, let me do one here
Yep.
quick. Who's giving you the best advice with running? Who's giving you the best kind of, I guess, words of encouragement? Maybe not even so much words of encouragement, maybe things on what to look for, that kind of stuff. Matt?
All my coaches, Coach Morgan, Coach MJ, Coach Strick this year, Coach Evan.
Mm-hmm.
My dad has been a big influence. Words of Prefontaine.
There you go.
Yeah,
yeah, remember
just-
that.
I'd say those four.
Okay, Rowen?
Probably my coach Haling. He always, at the end of the season especially, always just says trust it, and he means just trust the work that you've put in, trust that it's there, and trust that it's gonna get you to where you want to go. So I think trust it is probably the best advice I've got.
Okay. Well, I have a companion question to that. What would you tell an aspiring athlete then? A young athlete now who's maybe they just got into middle school. They're still kind of contemplating whether to maybe do this cross country thing. What would you tell them, Rowen?
I mean, you got to make sure you're going to enjoy it enough to put in that much time, because you don't want to not enjoy something and then running honestly is sometimes pretty miserable. So you got to really love it to put in the work necessary to be your best.
Interesting, good stuff. Matt, your thoughts?
Yeah, I can say the same. You gotta enjoy what you're doing with any sport, but like with running, it's very mentally. It's gonna be draining. It's gonna be rewarding. So like I think people gotta buy into it and like find some enjoyment to it. Yeah.
Okay, all right, good stuff. Brett, you have something from online?
Yeah, and I have a couple of these. I don't know who it's for, but how froggy will you get at state? What does that mean?
Oh, that's Rowen. Rowen's laughing over here. That's all him.
Froggy.
Yeah, that's
I've heard of that.
it's from a Key and Peele video.
Okay.
It's just it's an inside joke with our team. We always tell each other to get froggy. Just go out there and get froggy. If you know, you know.
Get froggy, Ricardo.
There you go. You got something else?
Yeah, Mike wants to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how easy will it be for you to beat Bosley?
Ooh. Ooh.
Wow, they're making you answer that one. Okay. Well, hold on. We'll start Matt.
Very hard.
Matt and then go to Rowen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's #1 in the nation, so he's not only #1 in the state.
Yeah.
He's very good runner, very good guy. I'd probably say like 1 or 2.
Scale of 1 to 2. Okay,
Yeah.
how about for you?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna say it's a race for second. I think there's, a couple guys who, if we have our best day, we can definitely give him a run for his money. But we have our work cut out for us. Like Matt said, he's #1 in the nation.
Outstanding. Good question. Good question. You have something else?
Yeah, let's
Brett?
do this from Chase for the guys. Do you have a pre-meet playlist? Did you ask this question already?
No, I did not, but that's cool. It
And
was
if
asked
so,
for me.
what's your go-to song before a meet?
I don't listen to music really, like before like warming up. I don't really listen to music.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I like to throw some Queen on.
Okay.
Another one bites
there
the
we go.
dust.
There you go. Oh, you got to get in the right frame of
Yeah.
mind that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then think of Bosley on that way too. Another one. Sorry, that was we can't. I couldn't probably do that, Brett. I can't be doing recorded
Queen
music.
movie coming out here.
Yeah,
pretty
that is
soon.
true. You got something else?
Yeah, let's do this one from I Don't Run. Why do you guys enjoy running?
Yeah. What is it with you guys? What's wrong with you guys?
Every day I just like getting out there. It's not rewarding every day, like when you get a run in, but makes you feel good. Gets adrenaline, runner's high. So
Yeah.
Come on, there's got to be days you guys don't want to run. Rowen,
Oh
come
my
on, man.
God. Yeah, in the
that's
winter.
my whole life.
There are
Yeah.
definitely days I don't want to run in the winter, but I love competing. It's really cool to be like really good at something, and like having put all that time into it. It's just to put that much time into something is just really cool.
Okay.
I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Great
competition.
question. Rhett,
Yeah.
you have something else quick?
Nope, go ahead.
Okay, go back. Okay. Well, I'm actually going to skip over this question because I'm sure it's Bosley. I was going to ask who's the best runner that you guys have gone against. I'm going to assume it's him. And we kind of talked about rituals and superstitions, but greatest sports memory. So what kind of sticks out in your mind? We'll go to Rowen this and then end it over here with Matt. Yeah, so anything that kind of sticks out. Doesn't necessarily have to be running if you did something when you were younger. Just your greatest sports memory overall.
Yeah, I think the at least happiest, craziest memory I had was winning state cross as a team my freshman year. Just starting out my whole career with that win, and we weren't really expecting to win. And
The
just,
track team, you mean? Yeah.
No, cross team.
Cross,
Oh, cross.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
But just seeing our name up on that board at state with the number 1 next to it, we all just freaked out, and that was just a feeling of pure joy. It was crazy.
Okay. That's right. Interesting stuff. Okay, how about for you?
I don't have that state championship yet. Maybe this year. Maybe, but I could probably say making it to nationals last year was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really just fun memory, or great moment to be in.
Okay. Great stuff. Brett, if you have anything else, I'm going to go to...
Well, it's funny because now the scales keep shrinking 1 to 5, 1 to 3 on beating Bosley, so the odds are getting better and better for the guys, apparently, according to the chat.
Interesting.
A question for Matt: how do you like running with your cousin? Or maybe not. I don't know.
Griffin. It's pretty fun. He's a joke. He's a joking guy.
Okay.
He always keeps it light.
All right. All right, good stuff. Brett, if you don't have anything else,
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Well, before I ask my final question, it's time for shout-outs. So, Rosie, show them the camera they got to be looking at right there. Always start farthest over to my right. So, Rowan, go ahead. Look at the camera and give some love out, my friend.
Shout out to my boys team. You know, I got Henry, Tyler, Ethan, Michael, the Nick Ashes, just all those boys. Nolan. They really, they really mean a lot. And my parents, my coaches, Coach Haling, and all the other coaches, just my support system.
Okay, good stuff. Matt?
Yeah, shout out to my team. Griffin, Hayden, all the people that are live streaming. Yeah, my family, my coaches, everyone at my school that supports me, or my community. Yeah, without them I wouldn't be anywhere.
Good stuff. And my shout goes out to all the cross-country runners. Brett, we mentioned this before in the podcast. Nearly 300 from the Gannett 10 newspaper sites runners that we cover are going to be there. That's an incredible number.
Jeez.
And it is something, I don't think, again, cross-country gets enough credit when it comes to the amount of work that needs to be put in to do it. But I know because I see it. So my shout-out goes out to all you cross-country runners because you guys do something that, quite frankly, I don't know how you do it. You guys tell me you guys run in every day. I'm like, wow. That's incredible. But yeah, my last question is this, and we kind of talked about it a little bit, but how do you feel you're going to do? This is your final time doing this, okay? Has that kind of hit you? And how motivated are you to finally run the race of your life, to do your best here in this last shot that you have, Rowan?
Yeah, the whole season I just kind of went into it, and everything I did was like, oh, this is the last time I'm going to be doing this. It's a weird feeling, but at least when it comes to the state meet, I also think it's really motivating because, if I'm out there on Saturday and I'm hurting, I just have to think to myself, like, this is the last chance I get to run at this course with these people, and it really means a lot.
Wow, good stuff, Matt.
Yeah, I feel the same way. This is the last time we get to do this, last go around with the team. I'm going to give it my all. I know that they're going to give it their all. So when we're hurting, we're all hurting together. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun just being out there.
Did the 4 years go by quicker than? Does it go as fast as people say it does?
It did, yeah. Yeah, it
Yes,
really
it did. I can remember my first state meet. Like it was, I don't know, last week. It's weird just to think back. Definitely went by a lot faster.
Outstanding. Well, I want to thank you, gentlemen, and wish you the best of
Thank
luck
you.
again on Saturday. They're going to be at Wisconsin Rapids. Do you have something else, Brett?
One comment, I just want to squeeze this in from Tyler. On a scale from 0, you guys are beating Bosley.
All
now,
right,
so
there you go.
It's happening.
It's already been determined, and so it is written, so it shall be done, my friend. So that's where it's going to go. But thank you again to Rowen Ellenberg and Matt Meinke. Best of luck, gentlemen. I'll be there, and hopefully it's a very happy ending with all of us. You guys, doing. I know you guys got the team there too, so hopefully everything goes well there. So I appreciate it, you guys coming down, taking time out of your busy schedule. Again, check us next week. We'll be back at our regular time, Wednesday, 7 o'clock. We might have some girls volleyball players here, maybe some boys volleyball players on here. Best place to find out is on Facebook. check us out at facebook.com/postcrescent. Again, for Rowen Ellenberg and for Matt Meinke, thank you again for watching this episode of the Varsity Roundtable. For Brett Christofferson and Jim Rosendick, we thank you so much. Again, please check us out here again next Wednesday at 7 o'clock for another edition of the Roundtable. Till then, everyone, have a great week, and we'll see you then.